Just gone long 74 even, and the reason for going long, just checking my targets, the reason for going long is we're holding above resistance on the 1500 tip bar chart. Blue professional bar just came in, icebreaker trade. I'm going to hold this a little bit though, kind of the break of the high of that bar. Hopefully it's going to run into a little bit of an uptrend here. Got a ways to go for this to be a confirmed cyclical top, because we've got to see kind of exhaustion, volume, blue professional bars and so on. We had kind of pre-open, we had end of trend kind of set this move off really nicely down at 67. And this kind of ran all the way to here, so long 74 even. Okay, a minute later we're kind of running in the right direction now. Just kind of pulled into 73s, but it's still holding above this cyclical resistance area, so still hoping this will be a nice little uptrend. Just breaking into 76. I know this is kind of an icebreaker trade, but I'm going to my target's at 78, not 76. Let's wait and see. Rainbow pattern here. Still think it's going to run a little bit further. Okay, another minute later we kind of came back down to the entry point at 74. I know this is second cyclical turn, kind of after end of trend. It was a dirty end of trend, so pull back to, this should have been, well, it was a dirty end of trend just because the pullback level was violated. I know we've had exhaustion buying and bearish divergence here, but blue professional bar, as we came back into this kind of area 74 where the professionals looked like they picked it up originally, came into cyclical support here on the 500 tip bar chart. Blue professional bar shows up and we break above it. So still think this is going to run a little bit, and if you're looking on the 1500 tip bar chart, we sold off overnight. This is the open, this is yesterday's close. The last kind of exhaustion selling signal we had was here, so we're kind of playing off that, so we'd expect a similar type exhaustion pattern on the upside when this move is over. So hoping this is still going up. Not really kind of getting going quickly. I'm still holding long, so let's see. Okay, a minute later now we've kind of broken above 75, 76 into 77, so that's good. No blue professional bars kind of appearing yet, although a little Rambo pattern here. That's not too bad. So 78's the target, and it's going a little bit, kind of running a little bit now, which is kind of good, so let's wait and see. Bingo, just taken out at 78 even on the profit target. Excellent. So 8:42 AM, 4 points in the bag, nice. And blue professional bar just coming on the 4500 tip bar chart, so a little bit of profit taking here, bearish divergence. So that's nice. Let's stand back and see. It's pretty quiet compared to yesterday, so just going to watch it for a while and see if there's another kind of obvious kind of trade sets up. So that was good. In at 74, out at 78, and that was the clue here. That little blue professional bar just above resistance. This is kind of in an uptrend here, so this has got to see some kind of a pullback to end of trend, I thought, before it's all over. Excellent. It's gone long 77 even, and checking stops and targets. The reason for getting long now is this last little retrace. Amateur bar kind of steps in a little bit early. It's got a cyclical turn kind of happening here. No blue professional bars yet on the 1500 tip bar chart or exhaustion buying, so we're heading back up and going to break hopefully resistance at 78. So let's just see. Another kind of amateur bars means we're just going to have a little bit of kind of consolidation zone here, kind of getting ready for a break hopefully. Long 77 even. A minute later we've just broken up to 78, 79. Blue professional bar first time coming on the 1500 tip bar chart. So a little bit of profit taking here. Like to see an exhaustion buying signal. Targets at 81. Might bring that in. Don't want to get greedy just up here, so let's bring that into 80 even. Let's see if we get taken out. But it's 78 even for one. Don't know, didn't want to pop. Came up to 79 2 or 3 times. This last time blue professional bar right up into 79, so We've got two stopping volume patterns on 4500, cyclical turn, blue professional bars up here, so we could well turn around. I mean, it's normal to get like an end of trend, but this is almost like a just a stair-stepping movement, kind of a complex correction on the way up. So we might break into a downtrend, which would be some kind of flushing out pattern. So good. So out at 78 for an extra 1, so that's 5. Still going to watch it for a while. It's only 8:53, guys. It's not even 9 AM. So let's see. Okay, a couple of minutes later, and just missed this really nice bounce off 76. Had exhaustion selling on both 500 and 1500 tip bar charts. But we're coming really close into a cyclical turn. Didn't have a nice kind of like a testing pattern here. So, but this is amateur up bar, so we might come back down into 77, 76 with this cyclical turn, and then kind of keep going to an end of trend on 15. So let's see if on the pullback there's a nice little entry. Just in 78, 75, and to scramble a little bit there. Didn't get a decent kind of pullback into 76s, but blue professional bar came in on the 500 tip bar chart, just this down bar here. So just getting in on the break above that. So hopefully we're going to pull back to end of trend on the 1500 tip bar chart. There we go. Blue professional bar is kind of coming in. So let's see where we're going to jump out. So just along 78.75. Just came out at 78.75 for a scratch trade. That was a shame. I thought it would go a little bit further. But we had end of trend on the 1500 tip bar chart, all these blue professional bars. This could be just professionals kind of last roll of the dice, or this is kind of last roll of the dice, but this is kind of maybe just getting going early, selling early, rather than a real kind of exhaustion selling type signal. Difficult to explain, a little bit jumpy at the moment, just kind of in and out there. Sometimes trading and recording videos is not the best. Anyway, so this is amateur up bars happening at the moment here, so might actually be setting up for a short trade. So happy with my 5, but if something kind of obvious kind of comes up, let's see. Gone short 78.25, and we kind of come back down. A lot of volatility just there, just in the last minute or so. What I'm hoping is this is actually a good signal, end of trends. This last push up, amateur up bars, and we're kind of breaking. Should really be waiting for kind of a break below 78 even, but that's okay. Here we go. We got it. Bang. So okay, let's see. We'll kind of travel down and see where this goes. Hopefully, kind of was an area where the professionals did come in previously, but let's see. So just short 78.25. A couple of minutes later, we went to 76 really quickly. It just kind of collapsed, which is a good sign. Came into a Rambo pattern here, and amateur kind of at the lows, and so that's kind of suggesting that we just had a little bit of a bounce from there. But blue professional bar just on this retrace broken below the lows of that. So 76, hopefully. Let's kind of break that, get going. Next logical place to get out is when we see blue professional bar on the 1500 tip bar. Okay, double Rambo pattern. Don't particularly like that. Target's at 74.25, but we're breaking to 76. Come on, let's just break and let's run a little bit. We're at cyclical support here on the 1500 tip bar chart, but let's wait and see shortly. Gauged out at 76.50. 76.50, I think that's 1 3/4 on that. Yeah, just flush signal came in. Rambo patterns kind of down here. Cyclical support on the 515. Maybe it's just going to retest back up, but that was fairly easy going, so if there's a re-entry on the way, but Not sure enough damage has been done to say this is total end of this trend. There we go, bouncing up to 77, so good. Glad to be out there. So what's that? 6 3/4. Amateur up bar. Let's wait and see. Short 76.75, and coming up to cyclical resistance here. And just don't feel, it just looks like this thing's just rolling over. 4500 tip bar chart. I just don't think we've seen the lows here. So I think we're going to kind of test it during the day. It's not good. Should have waited for this cyclical turn. So let's see. Okay, a minute later, that was looked like it was just falling through the ice. So blue professional bar kind of comes in, immediately the lows get taken out by like a half point. We're kind of at this critical cyclical support level here, 76. So let's break that, and we'll have a little bit of fireworks. Hopefully, there we go. Come on, keep going. So target's at 72.75, but who knows? Quite happy to jump out with anything. So this last push up here, you can see amateur up bar, so just too much amateur activity there, no demand, and gone down. Okay, good. It's pretty extreme selling here, so Rambo patterns. See what happens next. So still holding short. Edge that at 76.25. 4.5 point. Just all these blue professional bars coming on the 500. And we broke the highs of that. And we've had exhaustion selling down here. It's coming back down now. And that was me. Done. Don't think this is over. Anyway, that's enough. What is that? 7 1/4. There's plenty. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trades done, and 9:19 AM. This is going to break. I'm just looking at this at 75, 74.75, and the reason I'm doing that is we've had no blue professional bars on the 1500 tip bar chart. We're breaking support here. Not good. There's a Rambo pattern right there, but we've not seen many end of trends on the 500 today yet. I'm kind of pre-open, so this is just kind of a little bit of range trading. Okay, bullish divergence just came in. But no blue professional bars here. I'd have thought we'd have been dropping down to find support here on the 45. That's what we ought to be doing. Shouldn't be getting in on a break. Should be waiting for a retrace. Yeah, it's kind of strange that this thing's turned around with no exhaustion buying on the upside. So maybe we're going to go back up and test. Okay, a couple of minutes later, just on this retrace Rambo pattern, amateurs kind of active here. Still trying to turn around, but we're below support on the 1500 tip bar chart. Not seeing blue professional bars here. Another Rambo kind of move up there. So we need to break down to 75 to really confirm this move's going the other way. And this to me is last roll of the dice. So this is, break into an uptrend, and professionals kind of sell short here, and then the last test back up to end of trend, blue professional bars, bang, very weak buying, market turns around. So my best guess is we're in a downtrend. So we need to, here we go, kind of come around here. Blue professional bar comes in, bearish divergence right on the 0 line. Lows of that blue professional bars get broken nicely, quickly, good. And so this is kind of support becomes resistance coming back down, so hopefully this will be a decent trending move down. Okay, we just had blue professional bar, down bar on the 1500 2-bar chart, but I must admit that looks like falling through the ice. Flush signal here, rainbow pattern. It's kind of an unusual place to get held, although we're coming up to cyclical support on the 4500 2-bar chart. Just need maybe to form a little kind of resistance here and then break into a downtrend. Here we go. Let's get going. I think all of a sudden people might be starting to think, this rally, we're back down to kind of the prices around the open. So all of a sudden people could be thinking this is a false rally, and now kind of getting going the other way. Let's hope. Out at 74.75. Scratch trade, poor entry, not sure which way it's going to break. We just had bullish divergence coming on the 1500 2-bar chart here. With this kind of spike down, we're coming into cyclical support here. So, yeah, just not sure what the trend is at the moment. Anyway, that's fine. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trades, 7.25. Fine, happy with that. 75 even. And I know I'm just coming back in again, but we need decent trend moves. So the reason for this trade, 1500 2-bar chart, we're coming into cyclical resistance at this point here. This last move, amateur up bar on the 4500 and 1500 2-bar chart. You can see rainbow patterns here on the 500, kind of bearish divergence just rolling over. And so I know we've had, blue professional bars kind of come in here. This could be jumping, falling through the ice, just kind of getting going on the downside rather than kind of buying a pullback. I know we're seeing these kind of flush signals on the 4500 2-bar chart, no exhaustion on the 1500 2-bar chart on the highs here. So I just think this is a really weak move up, and we're going to see some fireworks on the downside. And this was like a rush for the doors here, then floating back up, very weak buying, no exhaustion. Blue professional bars kind of stepped in, bang, we kind of go the other way. So it seems to be breaking down nicely now, but let's see. So looking for this kind of swing down on the 1500 2-bar chart. It's just short 75 even. Okay, now a whole series of blue professional bars coming on the 500 and 1500 here and here. We're breaking below, but we've had flush signals here and bullish divergence. This is either going to be a huge break, or this is going to head back up and make new highs. It's not doing the right thing at the moment. And blue professional bar coming on the 45, so a whole lot of professional activity here. If we come up to 75, I'll scratch. That for 72. 71 got touched, I didn't get taken out at it. There's a lot of kind of volume coming in there, so 72 is fine for 3. Quite happy with that. So that makes me 10.25 for the day. So really have to stop there, but be interesting to see where this goes, because all of that kind of professional activity kind of came in here. Flush signal just gone off on 15 good, so it's a good place to get out. All these blue professional bars kind of coming in here. It does look like kind of falling through the ice on this highest time frame. And look at this, 71's going to get hit on this way down, on this one down maybe. So I'll be interested to see where this kind of ends up for the day, because did feel like a very weak kind of topping out pattern, as if there wasn't a lot of conviction or a lot of people kind of getting behind this, and then it just kind of rolled over and went the other way. So maybe we're going to see kind of exhaustion selling on the downside. Should really be waiting for a trend move, pull back to end of trend on the 1500, on the 500, but this is cyclical support kind of coming in on 15. Anyway, happy to be out with that, so that's plenty. Hope you traded well today. Just a final note, got out too early, 71, my original target, got hit easily, and pro signal exits just come in here on the 1500 tip bar chart, so could be out at 70.50 for another 1.5 on top of that, on top of what I got out at. So I just need to hold and hold. But anyway, look at this 1500 tip bar chart, a whole set of blue professional bars coming at the lows, exhaustion selling, pro signal exit. Needs to do a pullback to end of trend on the 500 tip bar chart, but it's really interesting, this kind of drive down with all these blue professional bars kind of coming in here. Maybe this is the exhaustion kind of selling for the day. Anyway, live and learn as usual, getting out too early for me.